For National Banned Books Week, I've decided to share The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. The book was a National Book Award winner, but has been placed on the top 10 challenged books for 2011. This book in particular placed number 5 in 2011 and placed number 2 on the list for 2010. And it's been challenged for offensive language, racism, religious viewpoints, sexually explicit, and that it is not suited for the age group. So I would like to share with you a brief chapter that I feel illustrates why it should not be challenged. And afterwards I'd like to just share a brief interview that I read with Sherman Alexie on why he feels that this book is appropriate for kids of all ages, all ethnicities, and all religions. After Mr. P left, I sat on the porch for a long time and thought about my life. What the heck was I supposed to do? I felt like life had just knocked me on my ass. I was so happy when Mom and Dad got home from work. "Hey, little man," Dad said. "Hey, Dad." "Hey, Mom." "Junior, why are you looking so sad?" Mom asked. She knew stuff. I didn't know how to start, so I just started with the biggest question. "Who has the most hope?" I asked. Mom and Dad looked at each other. They studied each other's eyes, you know, like they had antennas and were sending radio signals to each other, and then they both looked back at me. "Come on," I said. "Who has the most hope?" "White people," my parents said at the same time. That's exactly what I thought they were going to say. I said the most surprising thing that they'd ever heard from me. "I want to transfer schools." "You want to go to Hunter's?" Mom said. It's another school on the west end of the reservation, filled with poor Indians and poorer white kids. Yes, there is a place in the world where the white people are poorer than the Indians. "No," I said. "You want to go to Springdale?" Dad asked. It's a school on the reservation border filled with the poorest Indians and poorer than poorest white kids. Yes, there is a place in the world where the white people are even poorer than you'd ever think possible. "I want to go to Reardon," I said. Reardon is the rich white farm town that sits in the wheat fields exactly 22 miles away from the res. And it's a hick town, I suppose, filled with farmers and rednecks and racist cops who stop every Indian that drives through. During one week when I was little, Dad got stopped 3 times for DWI, driving while Indian. But Reardon has one of the best small schools in the state, with a computer room and a huge chemistry lab and a drama club and 2 basketball gyms. The kids in Reardon are the smartest and most athletic kids anywhere. They are the best. So that was just one chapter out of the book. The chapters are nice and short, and they even have some illustrations. Let's see. Some nice illustrations, and it's basically like journal entries that Junior did. So there's plenty of those in here, and it's nice to see what he illustrates. So, in this article that I read in the National Council of Teachers of English, it's a September 2012 issue, and Sherman Alexie shared that he gets letters from students in classrooms almost every day, and wherever they're from, they so closely identify with Junior. It's weird for a res Indian boy to become an archetype. So this right here is saying that students of all ethnicities, backgrounds, religions are connecting to Junior's story, and they're finding comfort in it. And they're finding meaning, even though they aren't Indian, or they don't share the same religion, or they don't live on a reservation, they're still able to connect with him, and Junior's story is able to make them feel better about themselves. So I think that if anything, this book should absolutely be read, because it's teaching students to not bully, not to stereotype, to be accepting of other races, other ethnicities, and I really feel that it's an important book to read for a young student who is or isn't experiencing bullying or feeling out of place. I read this book for the first time at 21 years old, and it impacted me the same, if not more, that it would affect a teenager. So I really hope that this book comes around and people understand that it's very valuable for students, and there's really no reason for it to be challenged, honestly. Thank you.